Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike is here, and it is day 40 of Award Season Reviews Season 3. 97 reviews coming at you in 97 days, covering many of the films up for awards recognition this season. Now, some of the films that I'm talking about are still in theaters or may be awaiting a re release. So, all of the information that I am providing to you is current within 7 days of recording or posting. This includes box office information, critical response, nominations, wins, my predictions, and most importantly, these reviews are spoiler free. Also, make sure you check out my website, cinephilemike.com, for lots of great award season coverage. And most importantly, the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet 2024 edition, where you can track all of the nominations and wins for the films, as well as see how to watch them. So, we are starting to wrap up our sixth theme week, and that is the Golden Globes. Mostly. We haven't covered all of the Golden Globe nominated films yet. The 7 films this theme week have all been nominated for at least one or more Golden Globes, and we will see what happens at the ceremony when the Golden Globes occur tomorrow night, January 5th. Today, I am discussing Searchlight Pictures' A Real Pain, which to watch is anything but. Released this past fall, the film is still currently in theaters. So the film, written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg, has currently made $7,738,102 domestically and $1,484,825 internationally, for a worldwide take of $9,222,927, which, against a reported $3 million budget, has turned a nice profit. Critically, the film is certified fresh on both sides, currently having a 96% critical score coming from 209 reviews and an 82% popcorn meter score coming from over 500 audience reviews. Award season wise, the film is currently nominated for 4 Golden Globe Awards: Best Screenplay, Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy for Eisenberg, Best Supporting Performance in a Motion Picture for Kieran Culkin, and Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Now, not including the acting nod for Eisenberg, the film was nominated for the same 3 categories at the Critics' Choice Awards. Now, at the Astro Awards earlier this season, the film was nominated for Best Picture, Best Comedy or Musical, and Eisenberg for Best Actor, and it had 2 wins, one being Best Supporting Actor for Culkin and winning Best Original Screenplay for Eisenberg. The film is also nominated for 2 ISAs, one for Eisenberg for his screenplay and one for Culkin for supporting performance. It has won various other awards and multiple festivals, and was named a Movie of the Year by the IFA Awards, and was named one of the top 10 films of the year by the National Board of Review, who also named Kieran Culkin Best Supporting Actor for the year. And Culkin has been one of the awards mainstays thus far. So we're going to see how that continues to pan out for him. So, in A Real Pain, we are heading overseas to Poland with David, played by Eisenberg, and Benji, played by Culkin. These two were very close as kids, they're cousins, and as they've become adults, they've drifted apart a bit, especially as a result of a situation that I won't spoil here, but that does come to fruition. However, what's bringing them together is, based on the recent passing of their grandmother, they are off to visit her childhood home and reconnect with their Jewish heritage, as they were both American born. And, as a result of different things having diverged like 2 paths in a woods, David is, a more reserved and methodical individual. He's a proud father. And Benji is a little more of a freewheeling drifter who gets by on the day to day. Um, and so when they come together, we can kind of feel a little bit of that awkwardness. We see that there's a closeness, there's a love, but we want to see how they go trying to repair this bridge. So on this trip, the first thing they do is they join a Holocaust group tour with a bunch of other individuals that's led by James, a British-born tour guide of Asian descent, played by Will Sharp, who, while very knowledgeable of the topic, is bit disconnected from the emotional toll of this experience that David and Benji and the rest of the group is experiencing. And this is something that Benji has no problem calling out. And while this outburst kind of connects Benji and the rest of the group, it forces David to kind of come to terms with the behavior of his cousin, which is both frustrating and yet a little bit you could say almost like jealousy inducing at the same time to him. And as they go on this tour, they will, eventually break away from the tour as they're going in a different direction to visit the grandmother's home. And, as we go on this journey, we will see the ramifications that this trip have on this pair. That's a short summary, but this is a short film, but it's such an impactful film. Eisenberg really is a gifted writer, and he has really structured a fascinating character study that allows him, to lay into the work he does best, but really gives Culkin a chance to soar. I mean, Eisenberg, has his natural, like, quick talking, little bit of anxiety prone characters we've seen him do many times that, we love in David. And yet, Culkin's Benji is this fly off the rails, off the cuffs kind of character. And you can see that Culkin relishes every moment. You can see the two opposites that they are. And this is something Culkin's even talked about in interviews, how their styles, while completely different, meshed kind of interestingly as they were filming the project. And Culkin really is the standout here. He's the one who really provides some of the comical moments in the film, and yet some of the most dramatic moments where he just breaks your heart with a look. These two opposites really do attract and have an excellent chemistry, which would have really caused the film to fall apart if they didn't have this, which is good. And I also want to say the core group that they're on could have very easily been ignored, especially, in this short film. But Eisenberg has crafted one really beautiful scene where every member of this group has a chance to kind of share why they're there. And as a result, he gives a stakes and a real presence to every character here, which is quite nice to see. In only his second feature film as a writer and a director, Eisenberg continues to show he has a unique voice to share. And one thing that was nice is he partners up with Warsaw born cinematographer Mikhail Dymek, who, as he's a native of the country, he really captures Poland. And even though there's this tragic history, which the film discusses, it's set against such a beautiful, picturesque backdrop when we capture some of the images which we see, which was important to both Eisenberg and Dymek because they don't want the country to always be associated with, the war and the Holocaust. There is a beauty to it, and this film really provides a nice backdrop to the story that's being told. So, Oscar chances for the film. Are there some? I think so. The two I think are the two that it's predominantly been recognized for. Culkin as the best supporting actor this season has kind of had the journey Divine Joy Randolph had last year for the holdovers. So I will not be surprised if Culkin is nominated and also wins most of the big awards for his performance in this. He truly gives an incredible performance, and I think Eisenberg is a very, very strong contender to enter the best original screenplay race. This is a fresh take, and while there's a lot to unpack in 90 minutes, it is done very, very well. It's one of those where I didn't need to spend more time in the world. I got everything I needed and it moved. I didn't feel cheated. I didn't feel that things were extended. It just moves through. Now, aside from these two categories, I don't think there's enough here to enter the best picture race for the film. While it has gotten some best picture nods, those have pretty much more been in the musical or comedy categories. I think there's too much of a stacked deck. And while Eisenberg has had some acting recognition, there's not enough in this one necessarily, I think, for us to recognize him. We've kind of seen him recognized as this kind of character a little bit in The Social Network. So, I mean, his coup will be the screenplay nomination. All in all, here's what I'm going to say. A Real Pain is this gorgeously beautiful, pain and joy filled film. Easily a 5-star film for me. It's one of my top films of the year. Now, if you would like to see A Real Pain, it is still playing in some theaters. However, if it is not playing near you, the film is available for rental or purchase on most digital platforms. I have seen some reports that say it will be streaming on Hulu as of January 16th, but I can't officially confirm that. But if you keep checking the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet as that information becomes available, I will let you know. So, there we have it. 40 films down, 57 films to go. I hope everyone enjoys the Golden Globes. They'll be coming along tomorrow, when I will also be dropping my video of my top films for the year. So you'll definitely want to check that out. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for now. If you like what you heard here, please subscribe to the channel, spread the word. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Find lots of great information on my website, cinephilemike.com. We are just getting started, and what a journey it's going to be. But until next time, everyone, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.